So it's almost once a stream I get asked, Vox, what are the most important Shoreline keys you'd recommend? I only have X amount of money and I can only buy a few. So I thought I'd make a video of the top 6 West Wing keys and also the top 6 East Wing keys. It's obviously not going to cover every single key in each wing, but if you want to know that, I've got a separate video. But stick around and hopefully this guide helps you decide which keys for Shoreline you should buy first. So the first key we're going to be looking at is on the first floor of East, and you can tell it's East because we can see here that the fire truck is closest to the side of East. And we're going to run inside here and we're going to run along the first floor to the first unlock, which is just underneath the hole here on the second side, is called East Wing 107. Now East Wing 107 is a brilliant key because it is a LEDX spawn. There's not a whole lot going on inside this room except a little bit of meds along the side here, but on the end of the table there is a tech spawn here and here, which is a possibility of a Tetris, which is really sweet. And you've also got an LEDX that can spawn on this shelf here. You've got a med box to search, a duffel bag, and also another med bag. Now we're going to head up towards the second floor for the second unlock of this video, and probably the most OP key in this video, and that's going to be East Wing 226. Now I want you guys to understand about East Wing 226 is that East Wing 226 over here is actually an interchangeable key and can be accessed at the same time through East Wing 222. So you can buy either of these keys. The reason I suggest buying either of these keys is just buy whatever one is the cheapest because it allows you to access the same loot, and you'll see why in a second. When we push through, we're going to be checking for graphics cards along this left-hand side here. It's a really good spot for graphics cards and also Tetris. We're checking inside this box here. As you can see, I got really lucky and found a Bitcoin. You can find a lot of rare stuff here. You can find a euro and other sort of money here. You can find a grenade box, a large weapon crate. You've also got a chance at an MP5, which is pretty sweet. As we push around the front here, we've got a weapons cabinet you can check. You get lucky, you can get a DVL. And as we push around here, we're going to find on this table is a chance for another LEDX. So keep an eye on that spot right there because people walk past this one every now and then. I've actually somehow managed to snake it from underneath them. And there's also a chance of an RSAS along the bed or an SV98. Now we're going to be checking this box here. You got a large bad boy here, but when we shut the door, we're going to be checking all 3 of these shelves here. So making sure there's nothing on this shelf, all the way down checking for more meds. And this is where the LEDXs will most likely spawn. But we're going to heading up to the 3rd floor. Now the third floor is where most of the unlocks of this video are. So we're going to be heading up. We're going to completely opposite the 3rd floor stairs here are the 2 next unlocks. This one on the left hand side can be unlocked with the storeroom key, which I'll show above me here. And once again, like 226, it can be interchanged with the 328 key, which are both 2 keys for the same room that are connected. As we head inside, the first thing we're going to see here on the table, there's a chance for gold chains and rare items near this hairdryer. Working our way around the outside, we're going to be checking along the top of this table for tech items. Like you can see here, I got lucky, found a Tetris. Now not only can you find Tetris along here, but you can also find LEDX. Now we're going to be checking on the end here, we're going to be checking for more euro and also some really sweet gun attachments to spawn here and on the ground. And we've also got a cheeky duffel and a computer that you can check. Usually I would unlock 316, but we're not going to cover that for the sake of this video, but it's good for attachments. And once again, we're going to be looking at another 2-part key, which is 313 and 314. Now 314 is actually a pretty terrible room, but it actually got buffed recently and now it's amazing. Now you can find some attachments along the top here, and down below there's a chance. On the right hand side we have a weapon case, but as we push around here we're going to be checking for hand drills are usually the main one, and also red pliers are worth it in the early times of the wipe. Checking around the side here, we're going to be checking along the top of this box here for more LEDX. This is where the juicy boys like to hang out. They usually stand about sideways, so make sure you push up against and make sure you're not missing them. You got a crate here, and you also have another med bag. So now we're going to unlock 313. Like I said, it's a 2-part key for the same room. And the last unlock of East Wing is right here, and this is going to be 310. You know, it isn't always great, but sometimes it can really bring through for you. It's not only a cheap key, but it's been okay. You can find spawns along here for US dollars and also rare items. Like you can see, I found here a gold chain. And if you're really lucky, I've actually pulled 2 lines at the same time along here. You can also have physical Bitcoin that stand up about there. But as we push over to West Wing, the next unlock of this video is going to be 205 or 206. We're going to spring along to Skybridge. Be careful down the end there when you're doing this part. We'll pop into here and check for the 226 key and also storeroom down the end there, which are 2 keys we just talked about. We're going to unlock East Wing 206. So as soon as we unlock East Wing 206, I'm going to remind you again, you have the option between East Wing 206 or 205. So we're going to unlock 206 first. I'm going to head inside, and the first thing we're going to be met with on the left hand side is a cabinet here, which you're going to be checking for rare spawns like gold chain. 2 weapons crates here on the left hand side. On the right, you've got these boxes here that are really good for salivas and morphine and other med items like propitol. We're going to be checking this small black crate. Pushing around the balcony, we're going to be checking for a DVL or anything along those lines, and you can actually walk onto this bed here and you can check for more rare items as well. When we run across, we're going to be avoiding 205 for now, but this is actually a decent key, West Wing 205, and we're going to come all the way to the right here, and we're going to push up to the 3rd floor straight away. Now on the 3rd floor here, facing the side of east, is probably one of the most OP keys in the game, and this is West 301. As soon as we push inside, we're going to be checking along the top here and also down below, because you can find some really nice items along the bottom here. At the top, if you're lucky, obviously an LEDX, but you can find things like fire steel, also med items, and also hand drills and heaps of other things that fetch a decent amount of money. But as we push around the balcony, we're going to be checking the second spawn for LEDX, which is on the end of this table right here, where all the med items like to hang out. You've also got a double computer you can check for flash drives, a large green weapons crate, and also a bed here that spawns meds and an SV98. So we're going to be running down from the 3rd floor, and we're going to head to the 2nd floor, and we're going to jump over the barbed wire, and the first unlock on the 2nd floor is West 216. Now West 216 is obviously a task key. You're going to need this key for a task, so you may as well hang on to it. Left hand side here are some really nice spawns. Graphics cards and Tetris are your main money maker from this spot right here, but any tech item in the game can spawn there. As you push past, you got a weapons crate. You've also got a little box here that's really good for spawning ammos. Sometimes if you're lucky, you can get a full stack of 9.5. And we're checking along here, you can get things like whiskey, and also you can get your hands on purified water. Checking here, we've got a grenade box. We've also got a med spawn next to this grenade box, and another med spawn along the top there, and a large crate. West Wing 218 is once again a 3-part room. It's 3 keys that unlock the same thing. But as soon as you push inside, we're going to be checking inside this bathroom in 218 for a VSS or an RSAS. You've also got sprats and many other items like condensed milk and food. As we push past this table, we've got things like euros here on the front of the table. But most importantly, this barrel right here is a spawn for the red keycard. Now, I've never found it in this spot, but I've seen many members of the community find it here, and red keycard right now in this current day and age, as of the 7th of the 3rd, is actually 33 mil. Now, we're going to be checking along for more ammos along the top of this box here. You can find stuff like BS if you're really lucky, and we also check these 2 cabinets here, see if you get your hands on a DVL. As we push around the balcony, we're going to be checking for, like here, we got a Serve 12 kit, and also ibuprofen. Got really nice med spawns along this top box here, a large black weapon crate, more money. You've also got an M4 spawn right there. But once again, like I was saying earlier, this is the second of a 3-part door, so if you don't have West 218, you can also unlock 221, and also like here shown, the 3rd part is 222, which I'll show you when I walk back out. You've also got a duffel bag here on the end and another med bag. But as we make our way out of this 3-part room, we're going to be heading opposite here to West 220. Now West 220 is probably one of the most OP rooms on the 2nd floor for a few good reasons. When we push inside, the first thing we're going to see on the left hand side is one of my favorite med spawns. You can find a lot of awesome meds along this spot here, and it's really good for, as you can see, stims. As we push along this side, we're going to be checking for more rares along this box. As you can see, we can find a gold chain, but you can get anything from a bronze line, a cat, a vase, or any rare item in the game. This is a brilliant spot, especially for the collector for Kappa. I'm also going to be checking for these 2 weapons crates here and here, with a chance of rubles and or euro on the end of this table. Now we're going to be heading along the 1st floor here to West 104 or San 104. Now San 104 was a once upon a time useless key, but is now spawned for the blue keycard. And the reason the blue keycard is worth so much is because it is also an LEDX spawn and has brilliant spawns on labs and can be found right there on the end of the table. And this key at the moment is worth about 5.5 million, and it fluctuates over to 6 and sometimes very rarely 7 million. We're checking for that, and we're also going to be checking this back cabinet. I think it's a very rare chance for an LEDX. It is in the spawn rate because I found ophthalmoscopes in here, so I know there is a chance. Along the west floor towards the east side of West Wing, you'll be unlocking the last unlock of the video, San 112. The SAM 112 is obviously a task key which you need for chemical for skier. We'll be unlocking this, and this is probably where you'd find the chemical agent sticking out of the fridge door. But the reason I hang on to this key is because it's another blue keycard spawn right there on the left hand side of the TV. Always check that, because like I said, it's worth a fortune. Hey guys, that's it for another Shoreline key guide. If you enjoyed this in any single way, you know what to do. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out heaps. If you have any questions about any of the keys I've mentioned here, feel free to swing by on my Twitch. The link for that will be in the description down below. And once again, if you want a detailed loot guide covering all of the keys that I've showed here, I also have a separate video, and I'll pop that over there in the corner. And that's a full loot guide which encompasses everything that you need to know about the resort.